characters were digitally edited out of the trailer. The biggest theory circulating online is that Sony digitally removed characters from the trailer. Fans noticed something strange in the final shot where Spider-Man jumps at the hand ninjas. The ninjas are leaping at empty space, like someone was there, but got edited out. The positioning doesn't make sense unless there's a missing character. And this isn't the first time Marvel has done this. They removed Spider-Man from the Civil War trailer, removed characters from Endgame marketing. They have a history of hiding cameos. The most popular theory is Daredevil. The Hand are his enemies. The prison scene suggests Matt Murdock is involved, and Charlie Cox already appeared in No Way Home. Fans believe Daredevil was digitally removed from the Hand battle sequence to keep his cameo a surprise. Another theory suggests multiverse Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield fighting alongside Tom Holland. With their appearances erased from marketing, the empty space in the Hand shot supports this. Someone was there, and Sony doesn't want us to know who. Sadie Sink is Spider-Queen. Sadie Sink's role is the biggest mystery in Brand New Day. Marvel hasn't revealed her character, but the trailer gives massive clues. The most compelling theory is that she's playing Spider-Queen, not the version from the comics, but a new MCU take, a villain who doesn't control minds. She possesses bodies. Completely. The trailer shows someone body hopping, taking over people one by one, an old woman driving a tank, damage control agents, all seemingly controlled by the same unseen force. The trailer narrator says we are faced with a danger we cannot control, one we cannot even see. That's the key. This isn't telepathy like Professor X, this is possession, invisible, unstoppable. The trailer shows Sadie Sink's character in a containment cell, and the cell is designed specifically to stop possession. It's sealed, no windows, so she can't see anyone to jump into. And it's massive. Even if she escapes into a guard's body, she wouldn't reach the exit in time before they regain control. The theory goes deeper. What if Sadie Sink isn't the villain? What if she's just a host body? Spider-Queen has been using Sink's body for years, but when she escapes, authorities keep Sink locked up, thinking part of Spider-Queen might still remain. And how does Spider-Queen know Peter Parker is Spider-Man? Simple. She read MJ's letter, the one Peter wrote but never sent. If Spider-Queen ever reached Peter's apartment, she could have found it. Learned everything, his identity, the spell, his friends. By the end of the movie, Spider-Queen transfers into her final form. The mysterious woman in red we see at the trailer's end, that's her permanent body. MJ and Ned are investigating Spider-Man's identity. One detail fans caught in the trailer is Spider-Man pictures on the wall in MJ and Ned's apartment. Photos, articles, news clippings, all about Spider-Man. Like they're investigating him, trying to figure out who he is. This makes perfect sense. Doctor Strange's spell erased Peter Parker from everyone's memory, but it didn't erase the feeling that something is missing. MJ and Ned don't remember Peter, but subconsciously they know someone is gone. The spell left traces, gaps in their memories, and they're following those gaps, trying to piece together what they've forgotten. The theory is that MJ and Ned believe Spider-Man is the key. Maybe they have dreams about him, or moments where they feel like they know him. So they're collecting evidence, building a case, trying to figure out Spider-Man's real identity, not knowing it's Peter Parker, their best friend. This would explain why Peter is watching them from afar. He sees them investigating, sees the pictures on their wall, and he knows they're getting close. But he can't reveal himself, because the spell would break, or worse, it could endanger them again. So Peter has to watch as MJ and Ned get closer to the truth without ever realizing it's him. This setup is tragic, because the harder MJ and Ned search for answers, the more painful it is for Peter. He's right there, and they don't even know. Real quick, these breakdowns take hours to make. If you're finding this helpful, a subscribe and like would be nice. Seriously, it helps. Alright, let's keep going. Scorpion poisoned Peter. Everyone is talking about the man-spider transformation. Peter developing organic webs, mutating into something else, but there's an alternative theory. What if Peter isn't transforming at all? What if he's been poisoned? The trailer shows Peter sweating, disoriented, heavy breathing, then suddenly collapsing face first. These aren't symptoms of evolution. They're symptoms of neurotoxin. And Scorpion has neurotoxin. Michael Mando returns as Mac Gargan with an upgraded Scorpion suit, complete with a mechanical stinger. The theory is that Scorpion ambushed Peter, stung him with venom, and now Peter is fighting for his life. The scene where Peter faints happens when he's not wearing his suit, which supports the ambush theory. Scorpion caught him off guard, as Peter Parker, not Spider-Man. This theory would explain why Peter looks sick throughout the trailer, why he's struggling. It's not a mutation, it's poison. And if Scorpion's venom is strong enough, it could trigger hallucinations, nightmares. Maybe even the web cocoon scene is part of Peter's fever dream. If you're finding this helpful, a subscribe and like would be nice. Seriously, it helps. Alright, let's keep going. The Amazing Fantasy 15 shot takes place during Thunderbolts. One of the most iconic shots in the trailer is the Amazing Fantasy 15 recreation, Spider-Man swinging through the city, grabbing a civilian. The exact pose from the 1962 comic that introduced Spider-Man to the world, but fans notice something. The background is gray, dark, like the Void from Thunderbolts. The theory is that this scene doesn't take place during a normal day in New York. It takes place during the Thunderbolts' final battle, when the Void engulfs the city. Spider-Man is rescuing civilians while the Thunderbolts fight their war. This would explain the gray sky, the apocalyptic tone, and it connects Brand New Day to Thunderbolts perfectly. Leaked reports confirmed Florence Pugh's Yelena Belova has a cameo in Brand New Day, and fans believe this is the scene. Yelena appears during the Void attack. Maybe Spider-Man saves her. Or they fight side by side for a brief moment. The timeline matches. Brand New Day is set 4 years after No Way Home. That's late 2027. Thunderbolts is also set in 2027. Both movies could be happening simultaneously, with Spider-Man dealing with street-level threats while the Void consumes New York in the background. The Amazing Fantasy 15 shot isn't just a comic book homage, it's a crossover moment. Spider-Man saving lives during the biggest MCU disaster since Endgame. Daredevil goes to prison, and Spider-Man saves him. The trailer shows Spider-Man fighting the Hand inside a prison. Not on the streets, not in a warehouse, in an actual prison, with cells, guards, and fans immediately connected the dots. Daredevil Born Again Season 2 premieres next week on the 25th of March 2026, and the season is about Mayor Wilson Fisk hunting Daredevil, trying to destroy him. The theory is that by the end of Born Again Season 2, Fisk wins. Matt Murdock gets arrested, thrown in prison, framed for crimes he didn't commit. And that's where Spider-Man comes in. Brand New Day takes place after Born Again Season 2. Peter hears that Daredevil is in prison, and he knows it's a setup, so he breaks in to save him. But the Hand is already there, trying to kill Daredevil before he can escape. This theory is supported by the fact that the Hand are Daredevil's enemies, not Spider-Man's. Their appearance in Brand New Day only makes sense if Daredevil is involved. And Iron Fist is the sworn enemy of the Hand in Marvel Comics. If the MCU is setting up Iron Fist, the Hand's return is the perfect way to do it. The prison battle could be a three-way fight. Spider-Man, Daredevil, and Iron Fist, all fighting the Hand together. This would also explain why Peter is unmasked in the prison scene. He's not worried about hiding his identity. He's focused on survival. The theory suggests Daredevil doesn't appear in the trailer because Marvel is saving his reveal for the movie. He's the secret cameo everyone is waiting for. Banner controls the Hulk with an improved bracelet. Fans noticed a crucial detail in the trailer. When Peter visits Bruce Banner at Empire State University, Banner is wearing a bracelet on his right wrist. And it's not just any bracelet. It's the Hulk inhibitor device. The same technology Banner wore in the Shang-Chi post-credit scene and in She-Hulk Attorney at Law, but this version looks different, smaller, more advanced. In She-Hulk, Banner explained he created the device because after becoming Smart Hulk in Endgame, he lost the ability to transform back to human form. The merger was permanent. The only way to return to his human body was the inhibitor. But during a road trip with Jennifer Walters, a Sakaran spacecraft crashed into their car. The impact destroyed the original inhibitor. Banner reverted to Smart Hulk, and the device was gone. The theory is that Banner rebuilt the inhibitor and improved it. The trailer shows him wearing a redesigned version, noticeably smaller than the original gauntlet. This suggests Banner has perfected the technology, and now he can control when he transforms. The big question is what kind of Hulk will appear in Brand New Day. Leaked merchandise shows Savage Hulk, not Smart Hulk, the original angry green monster, which means the inhibitor might do more than just keep Banner human. It might let him choose which Hulk personality to unleash. Smart Hulk when he needs intelligence. Savage Hulk when he needs raw power. Some fans even theorize the bracelet could introduce Grey Hulk, also known as Joe Fixit, a smarter, more controlled version of Savage Hulk. If Banner's bracelet allows him to toggle between personalities, Grey Hulk would be the perfect middle ground. Smarter than Savage, stronger than smart. The trailer hints that Hulk will fight Spider-Man at some point, and if Banner is in control the whole time, it raises the stakes, because Peter isn't fighting a mindless monster. He's fighting Bruce Banner, making a calculated decision. Peter transforms into Man-Spider. The most talked about theory is Peter transforming into Man-Spider. The trailer shows him developing organic webbing, shooting webs from his wrists without web shooters, just like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. But it goes deeper. Peter is shown breaking out of a web cocoon, a massive organic structure he created. His eyes go dark, almost black, like he's losing his humanity. The trailer narrator says spiders have 3 life cycles, and between cycles, it can leave the spider vulnerable to threats. Peter has already gone through 2 cycles. His first life is Peter Parker, his second life is Spider-Man, and now he's entering his 3rd cycle, the Man-Spider. This ties directly to the 2004 comic storyline The Other, where Peter dies and is reborn with organic webbing, enhanced strength, and a deeper connection to the spider that bit him. The official synopsis says the pressure sparks a surprising physical evolution that threatens his existence. That's not subtle. Peter is evolving, mutating, and it's dangerous. The theory is that Peter's transformation happens because of stress. 4 years alone, watching MJ and Ned move on, fighting crime every night without rest, his body is breaking down. His spider DNA taking over, making him more spider than man.